Hi, I'm Ken Weber. I'm a Cancer Companion Facilitator and a stage 3 lung cancer survivor 10 years post-diagnosis. God is good. I met Luann about 1.5 years ago when she joined our cancer support group, and she's just been a wonderful addition to our.
I was diagnosed through a freak accident. I was in a car accident on Boone Bridge, and I wasn't really hurt. The car flipped over, so they took me to the hospital and did a CT scan. And they kept asking me, do you have COPD? Do you have COPD? And I said, no. Well, I had a fractured sternum, and they found spots on my lung. My primary called me the next day, and he says, I need for you to come in. I want to talk to you. So I don't know why. I was taking it pretty lightly. He says, I'm going to have you see some people, and they'll go down your throat, and we're going to check and see what this is. Okay. So he had me come back in and say, it is cancer. And I said, okay. I kind of figured that. That took him off, you know. So I went and saw it. It still hadn't sunk in, and he gave me the name of an oncologist out here. And it didn't sink in until I got a letter in the mail from the oncologist with the date I was supposed to see him, and it had his picture on it. And his picture is what made me realize this is real. So I go to see him. My 2 daughters come with me, and I asked him how long. I said, what's the timeline? And he acted surprised that I would ask, so he made an L, and he says, well, 50% are going to live for, he diagnosed me as stage 4 lung cancer. He says 50% will live for 6 months, and then the rest will live longer. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I've got 6 months. In 2015, my daughter was stationed in Alamogordo, Mexico, and my intestines burst. So I was either in intensive care or a nursing home for a month. And no one thought I would make it. My primary said he was surprised to see me, because the doctors kept saying, cautiously optimistic. So I was put on the prayer chain, and everybody in St. Louis is praying for me. And then Kelly got transferred to Whiteman Air Force Base, which is right down 70. And that's when I had my car accident. My other daughter only lives like 5 miles from me, so the daughter who lives 5 miles has 4 kids. So it was nice to have Kelly right down the highway from me. And I felt like that God had that plan, because she's never been stationed this close to home. You know?
It's nice when he takes care of the details.
Yeah. Kelly was with me the first week that I had the diagnosis, and I live not too far from the church they've got an electric sign out front. And it said Cancer Companions, you know, and what time. And so before Kelly headed back to Whiteman, she says, you know, Mom, that would be good for you to go to. Yeah, it would. So that night, Kelly called me. The meeting was at 7, and she called me about 5 to 7, and she says, so how many people are at the meeting? And I said, I'm not at the meeting. I'm at home. You really need to go, Mom. I said, Kelly, it's almost 7 o'clock. They won't care if you're late. So okay, because she was gonna hound me. So I went, and it was a pretty full room, really. There were people there with active cancer, and a lot of people who had been on the cancer journey but were cancer free. So I went in and made a big to-do over my life, you know?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
What do you remember, Ken?
Well, I remember Luann coming in and sharing with us the story she told us was that day she was diagnosed stage 4.
Mm-hmm.
She had gotten her staging. And she drove by and saw the sign. And you probably talked about the daughter telling you to get up there. And so that's why she came. But the biggie, and she shared her story, and you know, we did our standard support type activities, if you will. But what I will always remember most about Luann was the next meeting, because she came with a t-shirt, and on the back of the t-shirt she had them customized win. And so she explained to us that she was either going to beat the cancer or she was going to get to see God before the rest of us did.
For more information or to find a Cancer Companion support group near you, visit our website at www.cancer-companions.org.